Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, I wanted to do a quick video on this Marx 595 that's been resurrected from the dead. Now, I got this about, I don't know, 3 months ago, something like that. Not really sure. It was bright blue. Somebody had broken off one of the markers and painted the entire thing, including the stack, bright blue. And I bought it, cheap, 10 bucks if I remember right, just to get the double reduction motor out of it. So in any case, used the motor and something else, and this shell has been sitting in the parts box since then. So I put together 3 motors over the last, I don't know, 2 weeks or so, and needed a project for tonight, so I needed something to put them in. I was going through all my 490 shells, but they all have broken edges, and, you know, they're junk shells, really. And then I remembered I had this blue one. So I used a hacksaw blade and scored the back of the remaining marker, took a pair of pliers and snapped it off, and then sprayed this with textured black paint. So as you see, this locomotive looks virtually new. It actually looks quite good. You put handrails on this, it would look like a new locomotive. So anyway, a 595 missing both of the markers, resprayed black. I put a motor in it made out of parts, and this is the result. So as I always stress, don't overlook the junk. You know, just because something's junk when you get it doesn't mean it's going to be junk when you're finished with it. In this case, I've got a really decent running and looking locomotive that cost me virtually nothing, made completely out of parts. So I cleaned that blue paint with alcohol just to roughen up the surface and get any oil off of it, and then used textured black paint. This is 1 coat of black paint, so it's, I don't know, 10 minutes work, if that. And I painted this less than an hour ago. This paint dries really quick. So just put the motor in it. The motor's been built out of parts. It runs forward only. In fact, it's missing the E unit completely. It has a working headlight. I put a lens in it. And as you see, this old locomotive not only looks good, but it runs absolutely splendidly. That's pulling 8 Lionel cars, and that's about 35% power. So as you see, it looks nice, it runs perfectly, and it was free, made completely out of junk parts. I'd already scavenged the motor out of this. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video. Again, I gotta say it, don't overlook the junk. As you can see, this locomotive actually looks quite respectable. It's far from perfect. You can see a bit of blue there where I missed it. But like I said, this is 1 coat of textured black paint. So it looks nice. It runs absolutely superbly. It runs really well. Got a full-size motor in it. It runs forward only, but it runs. You know, this motor was made out of parts, and this shell has been sitting in the junk box for months. Anyway, went from being a blue wreck with 1 marker to actually a fairly decent looking locomotive that cost me nothing. Plus I had the fun of bringing this thing back to life. So that was 1 coat of textured black paint. So obviously I'll put another coat on it, but I'll do that tomorrow when I can see. It's, I don't know, about 1 o'clock in the morning here. Anyway, just put it on top of a cardboard box, sprayed it, let it dry. It actually dried in less than an hour. Put a lens in it, mounted the motor in it. It's up and running. You put it, some handrails on this. This would look like a new locomotive. This actually looks quite respectable. So it looked nice, it runs well, and it costs nothing. So as I always stress, don't overlook the junk. As you see, this runs perfectly, it looks nice, and it was free. So the motor's made out of parts, and this old shell has been in the parts box for months. Like I said, it was painted bright blue. So a single coat of black textured paint, mounted a motor in it, put a lens in it. This is the result. It's a really decent looking and running locomotive. You put handrails on this, it would look like it was made yesterday. This actually looks quite good. And as you see, it is running absolutely splendidly. So I gotta say it again, don't overlook the junk. As always, you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.